You spend all of this time finding a great wholesale deal, and then you send your buyers a few blurry photos, a rough repair estimate, and hope someone makes you a strong offer. And then you're wondering why everyone is negotiating your price and you aren't getting these deals sold, especially at a high margin. Today, I'm gonna show you how we package our deals to give buyers way more confidence, create more competition, and ultimately put ourselves in a position to sell more deals for way more money. If you're new here, I'm Tiffany High. I'm the co-founder of Heels Homes and Results Driven REI alongside my wonderful husband and business partner, Josh High. And after experiencing well over 2,000 real estate transactions and coaching over 5,000 students nationwide, I can confidently say that I have probably made every mistake there is to make in owning a real estate investing company. And now I help people just like you avoid all of those problems so you can get there faster, further, and safer, and eventually get what I call option freedom, the ability to do what you want, when you want, with whoever the hell you want. So let's dive in. All right, let's talk about what I see most wholesalers out there doing. Okay, so I am a big rehabber in Central Ohio, and we also buy lots of flips off of wholesalers. What we see is lots of emails that get blasted or Facebook posts, and they'll be like, contract for sale. They maybe have 10 to 20 photos. It says things like cosmetic work needed or roof like new, furnace like new, and there's like really no repair estimate. There's no detail. And as a flipper, I lose confidence in that human being. Unfortunately, when people like that send us emails to push their deals, we delete them now. So what I want to walk you through of how we get deals sold sight unseen most times when we wholesale, and how we have made sure that when we send out a deal, everyone in town is trained to know that they better open that thing as fast as they can because it's gonna fly off the shelf. So the most important piece out of all of that package that I'm gonna talk about today is that we leverage licensed inspectors. There's two ways you can find a licensed inspector, and I actually did a whole video on this, so I'm gonna drop the link to that video in the chat. But ultimately, you can find a local inspector on your Facebook group, etc. We also negotiated a very great deal with Guardian, who is a national inspection company for everyone in our community. So I'm gonna drop links in the description to our community and to the Guardian so that you can get their pricing. Imagine you're a flipper and you open an email of someone wholesaling a deal, and you've got like a 50 to 100 page inspection report from a licensed inspector. So on that inspection report, you're gonna have all of the nitty gritty details with photos to everything. And I'm sure you've seen a retail one, and if not, I encourage you, I'll put it up on the screen for you. It'll break down every mechanical, photos of every square inch of the house, inside and outside. They get on the roof, they check the electric, they check every single mechanical, and they take pictures of the QR codes, or whatever you want to call them, the barcodes on each mechanical, and then they look it up and tell you what is the age of it, anything that might need serviced or replaced. They can give you even timelines of when they think things are going to die. Imagine getting that as a flipper. So if you're a flipper watching this, you'd be like, yeah, I'm a pretty good flipper. I can make an educated offer to you verbally based on this information. But when you send out, 10 to 20, 30 half-ass photos, and then descriptions that say cosmetic work or like new or whatever, now that flipper has to account worst case scenarios in their numbers when making offers to you. So your margin is naturally going to shrink because you're not providing them the material to make a confident, educated decision. Now, what we do, because we're also flippers, when we lock up a contract, we coordinate both our licensed inspector and our GC's project manager to be there at the exact same time. Now, a lot of flippers think they're supposed to be walking the property and building their own scope of works. Guys, let the experts do their job so that you can stay on the phone with sellers and lock up more deals. So what happens is the licensed inspector is filling out their report, doing everything, while the project manager is with them side by side, and they're also building their scope of work, and it allows them to communicate while at the property. So if you are a rehabber, guys, this is how we start the process. This is how we virtually rehab, by the way. I haven't stepped foot in a rehab in, 5 or 6 years, and I've rehabbed hundreds of houses, okay? So everything's systemized, fully virtual from left to right. Now, I'm gonna go ahead and throw up a scope of work on the screen from the same property. So you can see that they leave a detailed line item scope. And then when it comes to my office afterwards and we review them, I can have review the license report and the scope of work and make decisions on if I'm gonna rehab this or not, and have a very accurate scope because I had both the license inspector and the GC there, right? And I think we can all agree, unless you're also a GC and inspector all in one, that you should not be at the property. Let the experts do their job so you can make more money. What we do then is we take that license report, and assume we're gonna wholesale this now, is we package that up with the 100, 200 plus photos, the license report, and we send that out on our wholesale blast. Now, what will that do for you? It's gonna increase buyer confidence in you, right? They're never gonna not open your emails. And in your subject line, you can say, contract for sale 123 Main Street, license report attached. You'll be known as the best wholesaler in town when you operate like a professional, not an amateur. Every rehabber is gonna open your email. They will likely make you a sight unseen offer. Now, what we do is we take those sight unseen offers, and if they don't need to see the property, awesome. But at least now we can say, hey, we set clear expectations. If we send you a license report with 100 plus photos, and we take our top 3 offers through the property if it's needed, and if they try to negotiate something that we had shown them on the license inspection report, we blacklist them off of our buyers list. So when we add new buyers onto our list, we make it very clear we operate like a professional, not an amateur. We get license inspection reports. We ask that you make a verbal offer and let us know if you can take it sight unseen, because we provide you more than enough material to make that decision. But if for any reason you need to get into the property and we take our top highest offers to make a final bid, we want to make sure that you understand that if you come back and negotiate anything that was already told to you on a report, we're just not going to send you our deals anymore. So here's the deal, guys. I'm going to make lots more videos on how that entire virtual rehabbing process works, but today I just wanted to express the importance of virtual license inspection reports. Let the experts do their job and watch your buyers have more confidence in you than ever, and your margins increase because you're equipping them with the best data to make the best decision that they can to get the deal done. So again, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna drop the link to Guardian in case you want discounted pricing with them nationwide in our description. If you want to learn how we virtually manage our entire operation from A to Z, we cover all of this in our 2-day workshop. What I'm going to do is I'm going to throw a link to that workshop in the description, and go ahead, book a call with our team, and let's just see if it's a fit for where you're at in your business. And if not, no harm, no foul. But ultimately, guys, I want to get you out of the grind and making more money. See you on the next one.